Alright, here is another what we've gotten from our mobile food pantry. I just posted on Monday our kind of budget for 2023, and one of the things that I talked about in there was our groceries and just how more dependent we will be on the pantries this year. Thankfully, if you're also following my channel, I've been posting, well, I haven't actually been posting, I've been trying to share what we've been eating with the Three Rivers Homestead Challenge, and that's just kind of using up the stuff that we have here. And so we'll be just fine. We've got plenty and we'll work through it. But a huge portion of that is relying on these week by week mobile food pantry hauls. If you are new, there is a video down in the description box below that basically covers everything I could think about that you would need to know for the mobile food pantry. How it works, how we end up with 4 portions, how to find one in your local area, and so on and so forth. So check the description box for that. There's also a link to a website where you can find any local source available in your area. So you put in your zip code and they try to find one for you anywhere near that you are. Okay, so without further ado, it's a very wet Wednesday here. So just, be extra kind to those that are volunteering their time to be out there for you. The poor girl, I was trying to get her warmed up with my little heater in the car, which my car takes forever to heat up. I was trying to help her with the paperwork, getting it situated because her hands were just so cold. So again, please be kind and understanding to them. Not to toot my own horn, but to give an idea. One of the things that I do is I try to make some muffins or some sweetbreads to share with them on a week by week basis, so that they just understand that I am very appreciative of all the things that they do for us and the time that they donate to help us. Okay, so there are 4 portions here today. That means 4 adults got a portion. And in that video I explained that one of those is my former neighbor. My sister comes with me as well, and she's been collecting for her family as well too. So her and my 2 sisters live on their own, and then we have our family. So they're kind of building up their own little whatever. So there's 4 portions here. I'll explain how each portion works. I know that the older couple that also share their portions with me, they kept a few things, and we'll kind of go over that as we get to it. Okay, one more thing that I don't think I talked about in that video that can be addressed is this is such a huge help into our budget on a week by week thing, and that is the produce. When I first began this, we weren't getting as much produce as we were canned items, and then the produce really took off, and that's just really been the biggest blessing in doing this. And I don't have everything on the table, and we'll go over that too. All right, so with all that spiel out of the way, let's get to it. We have some poppy seeds. These are from Costco. This is my sister's favorite, that one right there. And a kid took off with one. So these will go to her. This was 1 portion. And these are the lemon poppy seeds, which are phenomenal, right up there with the chocolate ones. If you're ever at Costco, it's just the best thing ever. So that was 1 portion, and then there are 3 bagels, which means so each adult got a breaded item. We'll get to this here in just a second. There are 6 strawberries, which means the older couple kept 2 for themselves. Again, not a problem. That's a portion. We'll get back to this here in a minute. We have 4 cilantros here. Fantastic. This is probably my #1 herb that I use all the time. That's 4 portions, and then we have 4 portions of this spring mix. And before you jump to conclusions, again, watch that video. I share with people in my community. I share with the church family members. I'm not here just to kind of rake in all that I can and whatnot, but I'm also a family of 7, and so it will get used. But sometimes we end up with something like this. So we have 8 grapes, which means each vehicle got 2 bags, which is so much better than the pallets it felt like we were getting of grapes. We would get, I don't know, 6 bags per portion, and end up with 24 bags of grapes. No joke. So it does seem to be dwindling, which is great, just because there's only so much grape jelly I can make. There's only so many grapes I can put in the freezer. There's so many grapes we can eat. There's so much grapes juice I can do. There's so much grape jello. Like, seriously, guys. If it can be done, I've done it. Yes, I've done the pies. Yes, I've done this. Trust me. I'm on Pinterest too. So I have 8 bags of those. We'll see who can use what. And then we got a commodity box. So this is a brand new one. I just opened this up to show you what comes in a commodity box. We have a bag of cheese shredded. We have 2 blocks. This is the same as I got last week. So we have the 2 blocks of the pepper jack cheese, which shreds up nicely. My friend did that while she was here, so that shredded up nicely. We have 1 thing of margarine and 1 thing of shelf-stable milk. That is what comes in a box. This is what was left after the older couple took what they wanted. So they took a pepper jack cheese, they took a margarine. And I think that's it. So, another thing that I like to do in these videos is share with you how I'm using the food that we got. I think a lot of this is pretty self-explanatory. Honestly, with the grapes, at this point, I still have so many from last week. You can also put grapes in your salad, by the way. You can also put grapes in like a chicken salad, by the way. If you're also looking for other ways to do grapes, those are some other options. A Waldorf salad also works. But different things like this can be used every single day for a salad. Fantastic. All this cilantro, like, well, can we use it all? Us, personally, as a family, we could use this all before it goes bad. Tortilla soups, taco salads, even just my husband likes to just eat it fresh out of the bag like a little bunny. It won't go bad. Same thing with the strawberries. When you have a family of 7, 1 thing maybe feeds 2 or 3 kids. So, 4 right there will feed my whole family for a snack or whatever. So, and then bagels and whatnot. Now, with the bagels and the cheese, pull out a pasta sauce and you can make like some bagel pizzas. So there's something to do. I think it would be really good with like the pepper jack cheese on it myself. So that's something you can do. I know my sister has requested to take these 2 items, so that's perfectly fine. We try as much as we can to be gluten-free. So that's a big help. And then, yeah, I think, again, like I said, when it's produce, it's pretty self-explanatory. Alright, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this one, and goodbye. So I am currently working on these that I got yesterday from my friend who blessed us with a bunch. And how I'm doing this is I am separating them. So the broccoli in here, the cauliflower in here, and the baby carrots in there. This is what 2 bags produce, so obviously we have more broccoli, a little less cauliflower, and carrots. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to blanch this, and I'll put it in my freezer. I'm also going to blanch this and put it in my freezer. I'll keep a couple out to roast for the dinner we're having tonight, which is actually roast. And this in the freezer I can pull out another day, but it's all done so that, because I've noticed these go slimy so fast. So I kind of want to get on top of it and get them separated so that we can utilize this in the best way possible.